Our next speaker is Frank Ravanelli. So let me introduce you to Frank. He's based in Korea, working for a company called FOREO. He's currently the AsiaOceania General Media Manager and also Global Head of Affiliates. He was working before as a reporter for COSIS based in Seoul, and also as the affiliate marketing manager global for an affiliate marketing network. So Frank today will focus on hybrid influencer marketing. Frank, go ahead. You can start.
Glad to be here with you today to talk about hybrid influencer marketing. The topics we will cover are what influencer marketing is from a hybrid perspective and why it's important for your business, how to cultivate partnerships which are rewarding for all the stakeholders, examples of applying a hybrid influencer marketing and other types of content marketing in the beauty industry, a few selection of examples from other industries, a short list of tips that you can use this year to be successful in hybrid influencer marketing, and question and answer. Don't wait, please, until the end to ask your questions. If you have any ongoing questions during the presentation, just type them in the box and I will be glad to answer them. So, what is hybrid influencer marketing? It's a business model which allows you to create partnerships with influencers. It's hybrid, meaning that there is a component which is a flat fee that covers the production cost for your content partners. And there is also a performance-based component, which is agreed before you start a partnership and which may reward the sales, may reward views, and so on. The flat fee ensures that you are taken seriously by potential influencer partners, because as you know, influencers and our content partners are often very well searched by brands, and if you would offer only a performance-based component, they would probably not take you seriously. By offering a flat, you make sure they understand you value the contribution they bring to your brand, and at the same time, you offer a performance-based component, which ensures that it's in the influencer's interest to achieve the goals that you set for these campaigns together. So why is it important? Well, in some industries like fashion, luxury, skincare, like a big percentage of online shoppers are strongly driven by what they see on social media. And in these statistics, you can see that especially Generation Z, more than well above 50%, 55.2% to be precise, have fashion purchases influenced by what we see on social media. So we know that influencer marketing matters, and in a hybrid perspective, you make sure that you maximize the return on investment on the campaigns. So the driving principle is to align with interest of all stakeholders. If you do only flat fee agreements with your influencers, especially if they are short-term agreements, then your campaigns may be seen as short-time transactional interactions, meaning you pay what you agreed, the influencer delivers the content, and then that's the end of it. While if you do performance-based only partnerships, well, some influencers are open to that, but many of them have been building their followers and their own messages and their own storytelling for a lot of time, so they're not willing to use that to promote your brand only on performance basis. And by having both, you make sure that both your own interest and the value of the influencer marketer reach is kept in consideration. And the goal of every partnership is always to go beyond a simple campaign and to have a lasting partnership, which allows to speed up the process because you are both used to work together. So expectations are clearer and the message is clearer both to the influencer and to the followers. So by moving away from a one-time campaign to a nourishing a relationship with influencers through hybrid deals, it's very beneficial to your online reach. And basically what tend to works for influencers is also being more and more embraced by brands for their own communication strategy. So as you can see, there is of course strong spending in general, both through Facebook and Instagram, but there is a growing percentage of marketing budget being allocated there. Another advantage of hybrid influencer marketing is that you facilitate genuine storytelling. So only influencers know the best angle and what appeals to their followers. So there is really no point for a brand to push a certain message on influencer. If you pay influencer on a flat fee, what happens after the message has been delivered is not necessarily a priority. By giving also a variable reward, you ensure that the influencer will present only what resonates to the audience and also in a way which is in line with the overall message. So you don't want content which is totally different from what usually the influencer creates. You want content which blends in organically with the rest of what's presented on the social media channels. And this is beneficial also to the influencers, because one of the reasons why influencers may lose followers is when endorsements become too disconnected from what the followers expect, or if you're not in line with what's the reality of the followers. So the more you facilitate storytelling, the better it is for your brand, for the followers, and for the influencers themselves. And also hybrid deals tend to be implemented by influencers who are more ahead of the learning curve and are willing to test new approaches. So it creates a positive selection tool for influencers who agree to work on these terms. They usually are also more willing to experiment with their own channels. So we have a quote from a DigiDay, and you can see that the way followers connect with the influencers is constantly changing. Some influencers have a big follower base on YouTube, some prefer Facebook, some are on both, some have to switch from one channel to another. So you always want to give incentives to innovators who don't just sit on the reach that they created so far, but they try to find new ways to connect with their followers. So basic steps to cultivate a partnership for hybrid influencer marketing. Several of these are similar to the same steps you would take for a flat fee campaign. Step one, you want to find influencers which are relevant to your brand, and also that's proved to be reliable, to understand your business needs. Yeah, how you can see that even before you contact them? Well, you can see based on how they portray our brands they're working with. You can contact them, or very often the agents, discuss opportunities, discuss your ideas, ask for their financials. If they are already used with hybrid deals, then it's a pretty straightforward model. If you are the first brand which engages them on a hybrid base, it may require a bit of additional education. And in this case, I strongly suggest to explain very well upfront what these hybrid advantages are and also how the influencer can succeed. And then as for regular campaigns, you want to monitor the results and you want to monitor what competitors are doing. How can you understand if a competitor is doing a hybrid influencer marketing or flat fee influencer marketing? Is usually by checking the links used. If a coupon code is used, then is given to the followers, in theory it's possible that the redemptions are being tracked, so then the influencer could get also performance-based rewards. And of course, if the influencers uses affiliate network links or links from a platform that specialize in hybrid influencer marketing, then it's a sign that they are already familiar with this business model. It's very important, especially if you're working with influencers who are doing this hybrid component for the first time, to define what it means for you to have a successful campaign with them, to ask them based on their previous experience what results you can expect, and set the rewards accordingly. So I have a few examples, a bit different from ordinary hybrid influencer marketing based on what we do at FOREO. We did a partnership with a mobile app, which allowed users to have a filter and basically see the result of how the skin will change before and after using our devices. And this part was basically a hybrid model where there was a flat fee to be inserted in the app, but we were also tracking sales coming from the app. And at the top of this, the app engaged influencers that we usually work with to promote this filter, but also we gave them individual coupon codes so we could track the results. So in this case, there is a flat component, which is basically an insertion fee, and there is a performance-based component, which was tracked through affiliate links. This is an example with a leading UK newspaper, which has also a strong online presence. So hybrid models can be used both for like let's say traditional influencers, but also for our types of publishers or for individual journalists who work together with a publication to work on hybrid deals. There are examples of working with celebrities, in this case through retailers. And of course, for the retailers, the stronger performance-based component is that they will sell more units. So in this case, it was not the celebrity herself being paid on a hybrid basis, but one of the partners, the retailer, had a strong incentive to perform with the campaigns that they were doing for us. And this is an example of product inclusion in a Korean popular K-drama. And the inclusion itself was not performance-based, but all the content partners and influencers that covered our being featured in this Korean drama are on a hybrid basis. So you can have a straightforward hybrid deal, or you can use other ways to get your product and your brand displayed on online content, and then reward on a hybrid basis the partners that will cover such exposure on their website. We also have some examples from our industries. If you have any questions so far, please feel free to type in the box as mentioned before. For these industries, I don't have, of course, data because I didn't run the campaigns myself, but this is these are some examples where hybrid influencer marketing can work well. For example, in esports, there is very strong alignment between the audience and the esports celebrities, and they can promote the games they play on, they can promote gadgets. This is a space where hybrid deals can do really well. In some cases, some big celebrities slash online influencers slash communities where several influencers post become so big that they major hybrid partners buy them out. This one is an example of Barstool, which has been acquired by one of the hybrid advertisers. And of course, travel industry is a perfect match for hybrid deals where the influencers can cover their destinations and get paid a flat fee plus performance-based incentive. Of course, there are also some industries where hybrid deals are not likely to be accepted by influencer or not likely to work well. For example, if you pay per sale, but you promote private label products or items with very low price, probably influencers are not that interested in having a revenue share because the competition is simply too high. Not really for them, but for your own products. Or if you pay in terms of view or click, but you want them to have a very niche approach, then the likely amount of audience that their content will attract is going to be pretty low, so they don't have an incentive to be hybrid. So in these two cases, we will still be open probably to work with brands, but only on a flat basis only. So the reality is hybrid influencer marketing is as good as your products and services are. So considering you're asking the influencer to take a stake in the result of a campaign, you must do your homework first. So if your products and services have strong, unique selling points and the benefits are very clear to the audience of the influencer, then you will probably be successful. If you have products which are undifferentiated, hybrid campaigns may not be the best option. And some practical tips: identify professional influencers, partner with the influencers who care about their followers, because ultimately that's what they're there for. And if an influencer is open to hybrid deals, it's a very good sign that they think that their campaigns with you will be successful. If an influencer is unsure about deals, take a time to educate them. And if an influencer feels upset about potential hybrid deals, maybe you still want to work with them, or maybe it's a red flag that they already know their campaigns will not perform for you. And make sure you define what success is, and usually better put it in numbers. And if you work on rev share, make sure you track sales accordingly and reliably. If you agree on a reach, CPV, CPC, make sure you specify which tools will be used to validate the reach, and make sure everything is agreed in writing. So thank you so much for the opportunity to have this conversation with you, and please do continue posting questions so we can get in more details and answer what matters for you. Thank you so much.
All right, wow, that was great. Very interesting content. Thanks. Thank you very much for sharing. It was very insightful. Just wanted to remind you again that you guys can ask questions at any time using the comment sections on below the screen. That page get refreshed on a regular basis, so speakers will be able to see your questions and answer them in real time. Also, if you want to access the private group on Entrepreneur, do so. Speakers and delegates are there. So if you have any further questions, you can make use of that group. And also remember that at 5 o'clock today, you are able to access the virtual lobby where you can have real-time video calls with the delegates and the speakers. So it's like a real thing. You go to the lobby and you go from table to tables, and you get to meet fellow delegates. And the speakers will also be at different tables, so you can actually meet them and have discussion with them. Okay, like in a real conference. All right, thank you very much, and we look forward to see you at the next session.